Now we're doing day 96 of my daily faith pill. Monday, April 6th. The title, The Unwavering Mandate, He Cannot Lose You. All that the Father gives me will come to me, and whoever comes to me I will never drive away. For I have come down from heaven, not to do my will, but to do the will of him who sent me. And this is the will of him who sent me, that I shall lose none of all those that he has given me, but raise them up at the last day. John chapter 6, verse 37 to 39. Many believers spend their journey trying to navigate the tightrope of pleasing God, often fueled by a lurking fear of divine punishment for missteps. We strive, perform, we worry about falling out of favor. But what if the driving force behind your relationship with God isn't your fragile performance, but his unwavering commitment to you? This perspective shifts everything. Jesus himself declared a profound commitment regarding those given to him by the Father. In John 6:37 to 39, he states, "All that the Father gives me will come to me, and whoever comes to me I will never drive away. For I have come down from heaven, not to do my will, but to do the will of him who sent me. And this is the will of him who sent me, that I shall lose none of all those that he has given me, but raise them up at the last day." Do you see the weight of that statement? Christ has an active assignment, a divine mandate from the Father. He must not lose a single person entrusted to him. He is bound by his promise to raise every one of them up on the last day. This reveals that Christ is infinitely more invested in your successful journey with him than perhaps you are yourself. If you belong to him, his assignment is to secure your ultimate destiny. Consider the absolute nature of his promise. All, not most, not the strong ones. If the Father gave him 100 and he only raised 99, there would be a cosmic accounting error, a failure to meet the divine demand. This demand is why even when you stumble, slip, or make mistakes, there is an internal resistance within you. That discomfort, that spiritual yearning to return to the right path is the Holy Spirit aligning you back to the mandate he cannot fail to uphold. Your spirit man is prompted because there's an unbreakable covenant ensuring you are not lost. We must cast away the corrosive fear instilled by the enemy, the notion that we are constantly performing for a distant, scrutinizing God waiting for us to fail. This is not an examination where passing determines your eternal security. You have already been chosen and called. God's role is now active preservation and completion. Think of the parable of the shepherd. When he possesses 100 sheep and loses one, he doesn't resign himself to the loss of the 99. He leaves the safety of the 99 to pursue that single lost sheep until it's found. His determination is absolute. If you're a part of his fold, he is actively seeking to recover you when you wander. The one who keeps Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. His vigilance over you is constant. This ongoing work is why, before the final day arrives, every deviation, every mess up triggers a process of realignment. Whether it comes through a timely word from a preacher, a life altering sermon, or an unexpected message appearing online, something will intervene to correct your course. That is not divine punishment, that is God fulfilling his unbreakable commitment to ensure that when he raises his people, you are standing among them. He cannot afford to lose you. Therefore, shed the fear, lay down the heavy burden of perfectionism. God's heart is not hovering in judgment, waiting to condemn your failures. His focus is on preservation. He is working powerfully to ensure your resurrection on the last day alongside all those he has claimed. Step out today, knowing this profound truth. God is unequivocally for you. He walks with you, loves you limitlessly, and sees you with absolute clarity. You are God-backed. Embrace this security and live today anchored in the certainty of the one who will never lose what the Father has given him. This word here, it shows not only that we are important, but everyone else is. So when it comes to, the parable with the sheep, if you think in a logic sense, you have 100 sheep and one has just been stubborn, loses his way, this and that, maybe gets caught in, I don't know, a ravine, a ditch, something. At one point, you might be thinking to yourself, like, okay, it's going to be way too much of a risk for me to go and get out this one sheep when everyone else has aligned itself with my goals and my commands. So I'm just going to leave this one. It's not worth it. But God will always leave the 99 to go get the one. And the one, that might be you. But the other thing is, the one might be somebody else. So this word also is parallel with our commandment to go out and preach the gospel, to be evangelists. This is why this is important, because the redemption, the grace that was given by Jesus Christ through his sacrifice and resurrection, as he has conquered death, he has conquered death on our behalf, not his behalf. He has conquered death for our sins, not his sins. He lived a sinless life and took on all the sins of everybody. And due to that, he died a human death. But because he's God, he conquered death. As it says, it took the keys of hell and Hades, and he was resurrected. The tomb is empty. He did that for all of us. And we are just as important as everybody else on this earth. That's why it is important, no matter what we do, to go out and preach the gospel in some type of way. It can be just like this, like my video could reach just about anybody, and someone may be looking at me and thinking, wow, I look exactly like this person. I'm living the type of life that he's living, and this is motivation for me to get into the word, to give my life to Christ, etc. So we need to remember who we are, and we need to remember what the Lord has done for us. And we need to understand that we need to extend that grace and extend that favor to all corners of the earth, ensure that we save as many souls as possible. This can be definitely hard for some people. What you have to understand, you don't necessarily have to be a pastor. Look at people like Cliff and his son online that do debates on, school campuses and stuff like that. They're preaching the gospel. It's not super preachy. It's in a debate kind of environment where people can ask questions. They can challenge and stuff like that. When I saw that, I was like, that's kind of cool, because I never thought. For me, I'm like, preaching is not my thing. I don't think I'm set to have one church in one place and you know what I mean? Like I feel like I have skills to do other things and to be a little bit more mobile, and owning an actual physical church. I just never felt that calling for me. But I feel a calling of leadership, and through service, right? Through being servanthood, I can still preach the gospel and reach people's hearts and help them be transformed. So see what you're good at, and remember, God's here for you, but he's also here for everybody else.